All right, guys, so I'm gonna be making a quick little video today about the Hyper Motard, which is over there, the Monster right there in the middle, and the Street Fighter. But before I get too far into the video, I wanted to talk about these bad boys. Let me go ahead and take them out the plastic for you guys. I'm gonna show you guys these gloves. If you want these gloves, if you're interested in these gloves, you can have a chance to win these gloves. All you gotta do, go over on my Patreon. It's always the first link in my descriptions of my videos. You can go on Patreon, subscribe on Patreon, and be automatically entered to win these gloves. Okay, I'm gonna be running this giveaway for a couple of months, so it gives you guys plenty of time to join if you're interested. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you the inside. See that? You got the Ducati lettering right there. It's got this right here is for touching your phone. This little pad right here. So if you guys are interested in using your phone while you're riding, you can still touch it and use the screen with the gloves on. These are the gloves that I use. Great gloves. So if you're interested, head on over to Patreon and test your luck. All right, continue the video. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a nice little video. We got all three of the naked bikes out today, and we're gonna be doing a little comparison, kind of a guide for those of you guys out there that are kind of interested in purchasing one of these bikes. I'm blessed enough, fortunate enough to have three of them at the same time, which is ridiculous. This is literally like the entire naked lineup of Ducati, minus maybe the Scrambler or something. I mean, this is honestly a blessing. But anyways, so first off, let's start with the Hyper Motard. This is the 950 SP edition. So first off, let's talk about some things. First of all, it does come with the Öhlins front and rear suspension, just like all three of these bikes actually. It comes with the Marchesini forged wheels, again, just like all three of these bikes came with. But I also wanted to talk about maybe like the riding position, the height and all that stuff, and compare and contrast it to the other bikes as we go down the line. So first and foremost, that plane is mad loud. Okay, first and foremost, this bike is very tall. I don't know if you guys can tell from the video, but the riding height of the seat of the bike is extremely tall. I'm 6'2", and I can't flat foot the bike. Well, I could, but it would not. I'd be like straining to flat foot, but comfortably, I'm on the balls of my feet comfortably. So that's that. Riding, this bike has lots and lots of torque. Okay, this is honestly like a dirt bike for the street. It has so much torque. You can wheelie it all day long. The riding position, you see where the pegs are at. You can see the types of pegs. You can see what kind of riding is supposed to be done with this bike. Those big wide pegs there. They're very high up off the ground. So, you know, this bike is meant for like wheeling, doing stoppies, burning up the back tire, whatever you want to do, just having fun. I mean, the turning radius on this bike is so huge. It's crazy. But yeah, that's, you know, this bike doesn't have a big top speed. It's not a bike that you want to race. You know what I mean? If you want to race somebody, then we're talking about getting with the Street Fighter V4. But speaking of that, we're going to jump on over to the Street Fighter V4. Talk about some of the things. Like I said earlier, it has the Öhlins suspension, front and rear. As you can see, those big gold forks. It has Marchesini forged wheels. It has a 1103, cc engine. And of course, it has the Akrapovic exhaust system. Now, this bike is more for, you know, speed demon type of riding. You can ride it very comfortably. I gotta give my credit to Ducati for that one, because they've made this bike very smooth when you're at lower speeds and lower RPMs. Yeah, this bike is honestly crazy, brutal. It revs up to, I think, 15,000 RPMs. So, and when you pass like 9,000, 10,000 RPMs, it like throws you back in your seat. Like, the speed on this bike is crazy, absolutely crazy. And it's also very comfortable. I didn't talk about that with the Hyper Motard. The Hyper is also very comfortable as well. But I will say this seat is rock hard. It's It is rock hard. That's crazy. But yeah, the riding position on the Hyper is still very comfortable. The Street Fighter riding position, still comfortable. You're a little bit more aggressive than you would be on the Hyper Motard, but you don't really feel it. The seat is nice and wide. You can see here. You have a nice and wide seat to sit on. Well, all three of these bikes, you don't really get that much wind protection. Yeah, you don't get wind protection at all three of these bikes. But yeah, the riding position is honestly fine. I don't have a problem with it. But yeah, as you guys know, the Street Fighter is an amazing bike. But here in the middle, I have left the Monster 1200S, and I left it last for a reason. And I put it in the middle of these three bikes for a reason. The comfort that you get with the Hyper Motard, the torque that you get with the Hyper Motard, the hooliganism, if that's a word, that you get with the Hyper Motard, and then you combine that with the speed of the Street Fighter, the aggression of the Street Fighter, and you pull it all into one and you get the monster. Honestly speaking, as a owner of all three of these bikes, I feel like the monster is the combination of these two bikes that you see. That's why I put it in the middle. This bike, of course, is equipped with the Öhlins suspension, front and rear. It's super comfortable, and it honestly surprised me when I first rode this bike. And even when I ride it to this day, I'm still surprised that it's so comfortable and still has that amazing pickup speed. You can ride this bike going 160 on the highway, 150, and it's still pulling. You know what I mean? You can't do that on the Hyper Motard. It tops out, well, I'm not gonna say tops out because I don't know how fast it can go, but the fastest I've ridden the Hyper Motard is probably like 130 something. The Street Fighter, the fastest I've been on this bike is probably like 170 something. But I was so surprised that the Monster could reach those speeds and still continue to pull. It's an amazing motorcycle, very comfortable, has lots of torque, easy to wheelie, easy to do stoppies on. I mean, it's a perfect blend between the Street Fighter and the Hyper Motard. And as you guys can see here, this bike is a kind of special bike for me. If you guys been following the channel for a while, you know that I have converted my bike to the full carbon fiber Monster. Literally everything has been changed to carbon fiber. The wheels has been changed, cooling ducts, radiator covers, engine covers, heat shields on the exhaust, literally everything. The tank, everything's been changed to carbon fiber. It's a very special bike, never gonna sell it. But yeah, that was a quick little comparison for you guys with all three of these bikes. Yeah, but this moment right here, I want to say this moment right here, me walking past all three of these bikes in my driveway, is very surreal for me. This is honestly a dream for me as a kid growing up, to have a motorcycle, and the fact that I have three breathtaking motorcycles is honestly, it's a blessing. It is a straight up blessing. I couldn't be any more grateful, and that's why I created this channel, because I really feel like everybody watching these videos, you know, sometimes people message me and say, oh, you know, my dream bike is a V4, or my dream bike is a V2, or whatever bike they name, and they kind of come across as like they don't believe in themselves that they can achieve it. And I want to tell you this right now, everybody watching, anything in this life, this one life that we have, anything in this life that you want, you can achieve it. Once you put your mind to it and just put trust in yourself more than anything, you can achieve anything you want to. And that's the whole purpose of this channel. It's to motivate people to continue to dream and continue to chase their dreams, because the sky's the limit. We got one life, you know what I mean? There's no point in sitting back and counting yourself out the race. You know what I mean? So I just want to thank everybody here who watches the videos, who drops a like, who drops a comment. It really means a lot to me. I don't want, you know, this to come across as I'm trying to show off. I do not want that to come across at all. I'm more just trying to motivate people, because at one point I was in the same position to where I never thought that I would own a motorcycle, much less a Ducati, much less three of them. So, you know what I mean? It's honestly a blessing. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys continue to dream your life and live your dream. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, drop a comment. I try my best to answer all the comments, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Okay, peace.